Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we were playing with a Gruul Haste deck off the Platinum Mythic list. Is it true that all the top shelf honeys are looking for dudes who are good at magic cards? Stay tuned to find out. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, recently voted most desirable dude from Top Shelf Honey magazine, Dr. Yukon Suckit. Thank you. Film before live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Suckit. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you yet another deck off of the Platinum Mythic list on Magic GG for March 13th. And today we are looking at a deck that I've entitled the Gruul Haste deck, because it's all mono red burn, but with the green that green can provide. It ties in so nicely with this deck. All right, so let's talk about the cards that are in this deck. We'll talk a little bit about how the deck is supposed to work, and then we'll take it out and see if the rubber really matches the road. All right, and we've got Kumano, which does 1 point of damage and beefs up dudes as they come out. We got a dude that comes out that gets bigger whenever another creature that enters with a power greater than its comes out. So he's kind of like training, but for just dudes that come into play. This guy is Hasty 2/2. This is an excellent, it's a dual phase card that does 3 points of damage to a creature or planeswalker. And then if you have any modified creatures, it deals an additional 2 to that permanent's controller. 3 points of damage to any target. This guy gets bigger every time a creature comes into play. And when it dies, it passes out those counters to however many dudes you feel like. This guy comes, you can kicker him in as a 4/3, and he's got trample. But he can, after that, he'll just be a 3/2. Reckless Stormseeker comes in as a 3/2, but as every time you attack, he is capable of putting haste and +1 on any creature you control, including itself. If it werewolfs out, then target creature gets +2 and trample and haste until the end of turn. Maze Crusher is a Swiss Army knife with 3 different abilities. He's got 5 oil counters, and you can pay mana and oil counters to, Vigilance and Menace, +2/+2, or destroy target artifact or enchantment. So this guy is your options. Thundering Raiju comes out as a 3/3 with haste, and whenever it attacks, you put a +1/+1 counter on one of your creatures, and then it deals damage equal to the number of modified creatures you control. So this guy is a force to be reckoned with, provided the rest of your team is doing awesome stuff up to the point where he gets cast. We got some pain lands, some other dual lands, and some 2/2s coming out from that Kamigawa Red. Or 1/1s, I'm saying. 2 1/1 Spirit Hasty tokens. But we got what it takes. So what is this deck doing? We are getting out dudes quick and easy that grow over time. There's a bunch of haste options and the ability to do additional damage based upon modified creatures. All right, so what are we going to do with this deck? We are going to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and hear the lamentation of the women. All right, playing against Borbattolo. 1, 2, 3. Keep. What are these things? Slow? Yep. They're fast in the early part, so that's good. Kumano getting into Yavimaya. Nice. Going up against a rainbow butt. I'm gonna take that extra point rather than have haste. There's a guy. All right, I'm going to shoot this guy out of the air while I have the opportunity. And a 2-in. I could have done a Stormseeker. He wouldn't have defended against it. But I know he's got cards that are focused entirely upon protecting his guys. There we go. And here comes a counter spell, but I gotta try. Give yourself haste, my friend. Yeah, he's just wasting his shit now. I mean, he saved himself, what, to going down to 2? He wanted to draw cards. And we win. Suck it, suckerfish. And we're playing against Spinno. Spinno. Something to that effect. 1-2. Is that enough for this deck? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Boy, these Copperline Gorges are incredible in these early aggro decks. Alright, Quirion. I mean, I just pull a man on the next turn. Didn't get it, but this guy's pretty awesome still. And another 2. I'll attack in. 8 points. Alright, we're raging against Mono Blue. I was thinking I could kill my own dude and get those things passed around, but these will screw me over pretty hard if I use them myself. Plus I need 4 mana. Alright, there we go. Game over, man. Game over. Alright, playing against Akro. As people are named. 1, 2... 3, 2, 2. Yeah, keep it. Akro. Alright, so the Beastcaller is my best choice for turn 2. Because that extra... Nice, here we go. Come on, you can do it. And this is the surprise. It's Gruul, not red. Alright, so here's a third one. Let's make way. Alright, so now the Kumano, if he wants to kill, he can. Apparently he's not going to. This is going fast. I got a couple. This guy is super fast. He's going to be excellent on the next turn. Might have to do something. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we got 4. It doesn't, it came out as a 3. Alright, so put this guy in, he's a 4. 4. Get this guy up to a 3. We'll bounce off and get killed. Let's just send this stuff in. We'll use the other things to pick off the dregs there. He knows I'm doing something tricksy, so I left the dude behind. Yeah, I wish that last mana had been fast. That would have been cool. It kills the Beastcaller. It just shifts everything over to the Reckless Stormseeker. All right, Akro. You got to make a decision, man. You're out of mana. It's just whose bodies you want to throw in front of it. Are we getting roped? Looks like that's the case. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Our opponent against Ecthelion of the founts. Or the founts. Founts. Keep. Painlands, huh? This is complete crap. I'm not sure I'm down with that. All right, 1. Auto pay it. There's the blood price for a shot. Quirion Beastcaller is number 2. It's a slow attack, but it gives us the most power. Plus, it'll start growing as I get out like the Ronom Excavator. Need another red if I want to do both at the same time, though. Didn't get it, but I can put out an Iconoclast. What does this thing even do here? 5 or more dies, mill 2 cards. Great. All right, that is 10. Down to 9. That hasty green is such a joy. You're not cutting at me with anything on that one there. Oh, 1. Okay, you got me. You got me. Let's see. I can only do one of it. Which one am I going to do? Let's just plow this guy out of the way. And that's lethal unless he blocks. And he's gotta. Unless he just decides to give up. Alright, so if we had one more red, we can do Kumano and Lightning Strike on the next turn. He's got to hope we keep both of our guys alive and he doesn't put out too many blockers. If we don't get that red. Bump, 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 bump. What's up with people who don't have pets? This thing's practically passing out pets. Willy-nilly. He chooses not to have it. What I like about the fish is the fact that for as high def as everything else looks, the fish is made specifically to look low def. All right, and we win. Touchdown, Lava Bears. And we're playing against LotusWake. Keep first is a good position for us. Number 1. Number 2 gets us into a Beastcaller. He's already playing defensively. It's not great for him. All right, number 3, we'll go for the Iconoclast. It's super haste. Taking the advantage. Now, we have to play defensively just because I do not allow that kind of stuff to stand. And in for 3. I'd be disappointed if he gets another one. That he plays before the attack. All right, I'm down to 9. I'm going to go for a nice Thundering Raiju. I'll attack. Pop it right there. I'm down to 5. I mean, what's he going to be able to do this here? +3. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, potentially. Yeah, I'm dead. Ooh, he's playing it the wrong way. Yeah, we'll put on that guy. That sounds like a fun time. All right, he's got that 4 again. Let's go for a Raiju. And we win. Suck it. Suck it, LotusWake, you sucker fish. Suck it. Rank up. All right, so here we are with the Platinum Mythic Cruel Haste deck. And I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. You know, what it was is that you got the red deck wins. You got we also called the red, mono red burn. And it is fast. It is fast. But, and it wins because it moneyballs it, right? You're getting those points in. People can't set up a defense against it, and you win. And it's great. You can keep playing that over and over again. If I wanted to climb the ladder, that's what I would choose. This deck for a more casual player that's looking for something a little bit different is fantastic. Why? Because it is that haste deck, but it's got the muscle that green offers. The evolving adaptive getting bigger every time you put out a creature. Quirion Beastcaller getting bigger every time you put out a creature. I guess the adaptive's not every time you put out a creature. It has to be a creature like that's more powerful or something. Iconoclast coming out hasty and buff. That is so nice. And then, of course, the Maze Crusher is a good addition because of its ability. It's Swiss Army knife of options there of what you can do with those oil counters. There's no ability to reload them. We don't have any of those lands out. But this deck, if you have to sit there and reload it, then you're already losing. It's good to have Thundering Raiju and Stormseeker because those guys just come in at the end and just pump everything up and just help things go crazy. So what I like about this is it's like a phase. It's like a half phase step behind the red burn deck, but it gives you the extra power that makes it just feel so much more rich than those other decks are. Maybe you don't win as much, but you still have just so much more strength that just feels better when you're playing it. Just the flavor of it is exciting and interesting. So who was the hero of this deck? Let's take a look at here. And, God, who was it? I mean, to me, it was kind of the Yavimaya Iconoclast. I really liked when I could play it for 3. And it would come out as a 4/3 with Trample. Plus, having Trample on your guys does a lot. And if you could keep passing the ball to the Iconoclast with the Thundering Raiju putting the tokens on things, he's the guy that could keep bringing it through over and over again. So I really dug it. I dug Lightning Strike quite a bit, and Kami's Flare. I got to give it up to Kami's Flare. That was such a great card. 3 to the creature and 2 to the creature's controller if you control a modified. We got plenty of modified creatures in here, so that was good. Let's see. So there we go. There's your MVPs. It's going to be the Iconoclast and Kami's Flare. Yeah, that's it. All right, number 1, was this deck competitive? Well, I picked it up off the Platinum Mythic list, so yes, the answer is that. What is my reckoning on this personally? Let me just check my little tabulator here. It has an 80% win rate. So yeah, those are the numbers I'm looking for. Yeah, fantastic win rate on this deck. It is incredibly good. So competitive, check plus, right? Was this deck fun? Yes, it was tons of fun. I loved it because it could be a little slower. I wasn't doing anything the first 2 turns on how things played. You get out your Kumano, you get out the adaptive, and then turn 3, you get to attack for the first time. But it had potential for early turn 2 attacks. Nothing on turn 1, though. But, yeah, whatever. I can live with that. Turn 2 attacks. As long as you get the Feldon out, straight up. Turn 3 with Iconoclast. It's all good. Fun. Absolutely. It was an aggressive deck with some beef. And I like that quite a bit. Lastly, was it interesting? To me, it was interesting. Totally. But, it really was just to get your dudes out and attack. Get your dudes out and attack. Oh, you got another guy? Put him out. What can you pay for? That's the guy you want to get out there. So it wasn't very brainy. The only card that gives you something to do is the Maze Crusher. So with that guy, let's just take a look at him in a little bit closer detail there. What do you say? It gains Vigilance and Menace until the end of turn. Yeah. It gets +2/+2 until the end of the turn. Yeah, that's a good use of 3 oil counters out of the 5 you get off of it. Or lastly, remove 3 and then destroy target artifact or enchantment. So this guy is, let me finish yawning here for a second. Ugh. This guy is the only real choice you get to make in this deck. Other than that, it's like, do I want to waste a Lightning Strike on a creature or do I want to go straight for the face? Kami's Flare allows you to do both those things. Yeah, and things you can't go directly against the controller. You have to go against the creature, and then it does the additional against the controller. It's a great card with that dual phase, though, to it. Altogether, I think it's just you take all of these great cards, you put them together, they work very well together, and you can feel it. It is well tied together deck. So, I got to give this thing an A. I'm giving it an A. God, I almost want to tear it down. I'm going to call it A+, just because I thought it was interesting, because you just generally don't see this kind of thing happen. And the Maze Crusher, even though I'd probably choke it back halfway because of the interest isn't as high, just because the deck's going to get a little boring the more you play it. But the fun, the theming, the competitiveness, yeah, absolutely. This deck deserves that full A+ category there. A+, Gruel Haste, A+. So, let me say, how do I say this now? I would say, this deck is so choice that I would highly recommend you pick one up should you have the means. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.